Imagine you're at a massive business event, or perhaps a high-profile party where the city's wealthiest and most powerful people are present. Standing in front of you is the person you consider your idol. The investor who could change your startup's fate. The producer who could make you a star. You have only 2 minutes. Your heart is pounding. Your palms are sweating. What do you do now? What do most people do? They walk up, fold their hands, and say, "Sir, I'm your biggest fan. Please give me a chance." Or they stand there with a mountain of their achievements, saying, "Sir, I did this. I did that." If you're also thinking of doing the same, my friend, you've lost the game before it even began. You've made the same mistake that 99% of people make. You've made yourself a beggar. And remember, the bitterest truth of this world is that powerful people hate beggars. They can smell neediness. In today's video, we will dive deep into a place where there are no talks of morality, only talks of winning. We will discuss the principles of Machiavelli, written 500 years ago, but are even more relevant today in the modern corporate world, in this Kali Yuga. This is not a motivational video to make you feel good. This is a warning. This is a roadmap for the social jungle where either you are the hunter or you are the prey. The real game isn't about what you say. The real game is about how you play with the other person's mind. So, fasten your seatbelt, because in the next few minutes, your perspective on seeing the world is about to change completely. Let's first understand the basic structure. 16th century Italy, the city of Florence. Betrayal, conspiracy, and power games everywhere. There was a man named Machiavelli. He saw that the world doesn't work the way it's written in books. The world doesn't run on goodness. The world runs on pragmatism. In his book, The Prince, he clearly wrote, if you have to choose between love and fear, choose fear. Because people love at their own convenience, but fear keeps them bound at your convenience. Now you might say, "Brother, I don't want to scare anyone, I just want to build my career." Absolutely. But Machiavelli didn't just mean the fear of a sword. In today's time, fear means the fear of losing you, the fear of losing respect. When you go groveling before a powerful person, what message are you sending? You are saying that I have nothing and you have everything. You make yourself a burden. And rich people, busy people, don't carry burdens, they shake them off. So the first principle, engrave it in your mind like an iron line, never show your need, always show your utility. Let's understand this with an example. There's a boy named Rahul. Rahul meets the CEO of a very big company in an elevator. Rahul immediately starts, "Sir, my salary is very low, I have an MBA. Please give me a promotion, there are many problems at home." The CEO smiles, nods his head, and forgets Rahul's name the moment he steps out of the elevator. Why? Because Rahul talked about his own problem. The CEO has no interest in Rahul's problem. The CEO is only interested in his own problem. On the other hand, there's another boy, Vikram. Vikram also meets the same CEO, but Vikram doesn't ask for a promotion. Vikram says, "Sir, I noticed that on our company's new project, we are facing a 10% loss in logistics. I've prepared a small report on how we can change the vendor and turn it into a profit within 2 months. If you have time, please take a look." Now what happened? Vikram didn't ask for anything. Vikram gave something. He understood the CEO's pain, loss of money, and he offered a solution. Now the CEO will run after Vikram. This is the difference. Rahul was a beggar, Vikram was a solution. Powerful people see the world from only 2 perspectives: this person is useful to me, or this person is wasting my time. When you go as a fan, you are wasting their time. Fan means follower, and a follower always stays below. If you want to rise, you'll have to become not a fan, but a partner, an associate. But how is this done? Should you directly say, "I will be your partner"? No, that would be foolish. For that, you need to understand Machiavelli's second principle. Before stepping onto the battlefield, scout the territory. Most people make the biggest mistake: they talk too much. When they sit with a big person, they start boasting about themselves to impress them. "Sir, I am this, I am that." Be quiet. Become silent. The more you speak, the more ordinary you will seem. Machiavelli said that information is the real power. When you meet someone, first observe them, read them. See what their insecurities are, what they fear, what they want. Do they want money? Do they want fame? Or do they just want someone who will agree with everything they say? Every human, no matter how big a billionaire, is a child inside looking for a toy. Maybe he feels everyone around him is a sycophant and he wants an honest opinion. Or maybe he feels no one respects him, everyone is after his money. When you recognize this hidden hunger, that's when you play your move. Let me tell you a story that proves this point. In the 19th century, there was a man named Andrew Carnegie, who later became the richest man in America. Initially, he had a small job. He noticed his boss was always stressed because he had to read numerous telegram messages and make decisions. Carnegie didn't go and say, "Boss, increase my salary. He quietly stayed up nights and learned all the codes that only his boss knew. One day when the boss was out and a very important message came, Carnegie decoded it himself, made the right decision and sent a reply. When the boss returned, he was astonished. From that day on, Carnegie was no longer the boss's servant, but his right hand. He had made the boss's life easier. Remember, rich people want an easy life. If you can solve their complexities, they will pay you whatever you ask. But if you become a complexity yourself, they will cut you off. Now we come to the third and most dangerous principle, the mirror effect. People like those who are like them. It's human nature. We trust people who speak like us, think like us. If you are meeting an investor who is very calm and serious, and you go there laughing loudly, telling jokes, you will be rejected immediately. You need to be like water. Take the shape of whatever vessel you are in. If the person in front of you is religious, your words should reflect ethics and decency. If the person in front of you is street, smart, your language should have that sharpness. This isn't about lying, it's about tuning. Like tuning a radio station. Until the frequency matches, the sound won't be clear. But here's a warning: don't mimic. If you imitate them like a parrot, they will know you are faking it. You need to catch their vibe, not their words. Look into their eyes. Are they in a hurry? Keep your conversation short and fast. Do they want to relax and chat? Let them speak. Be a good listener. Powerful people are often lonely. They don't find anyone who truly understands them. When you mirror their world, they feel, this guy is just like me, he understands me. And that is the moment the door opens. Now let's talk about the fourth principle, which many people fail to understand. Don't make your loyalty cheap. We've been taught since childhood to be loyal, to be good. But in the corporate world, or the real jungle of life, no one values what comes for free. If you are available to everyone all the time, you are a tissue paper, used and thrown away. Machiavelli said, let people fight for your loyalty. Present yourself as a reward. Learn to say no sometimes. People who always say, yes, sir. Yes, sir, are considered servants. But the person who respectfully states their opinion with logic, who occasionally disagrees, earns respect. This is called a civil rebellion or a micro-rebellion. Suppose your boss presents an idea. Everyone is saying, whoa, sir, what a great idea. But you stand up and say, the idea is excellent, but I think there is one risk we should consider. If we do it this way instead of that way, we can eliminate this risk. See what you did. You didn't disrespect them. You called their idea excellent. But you also showed you have a backbone. You showed you aren't like the rest of the herd you think. You are protecting them from a risk they didn't see. Powerful people keep those close who can save them from falling into a pit, not those who clap while they fall in. Fifth principle, never try to outshine the master. This is the oldest and most essential lesson. Robert Greene made it the first law in his book, The 48 Laws of Power. Every powerful person has an ego. They must always feel they are the smartest person in the room. If in your quest to show your intelligence, you belittle your boss or mentor, or make them feel they know less, consider your countdown started. Even if you know more than them, even if the idea was yours, let them take the credit. You might feel this is wrong, my hard work, my credit. But be a horse for the long race. If you let them shine, they will take you up with them. But if you dull their shine, they will remove you from the path. This is a game of ego. When you credit them for the win, you are actually making them indebted to you. And being owed a favor by a powerful person is more valuable than having crores of rupees in the bank. Now let me tell you a secret hack that works very well in the Indian context. It's called the power behind the throne. What do most people do? They try to reach the king directly. They want to meet the minister directly, the CEO directly, and they fail. A smart person doesn't befriend the king, he befriends the king's doorkeeper. Every powerful person has a circle around them. Their PA, their secretary, their driver, or their oldest, most trusted advisor. These are the people who decide who gets access and who doesn't. These are the people who whisper things into the boss's ear. Machiavelli called them the invisible prince. If you need work done in a government office, before approaching the senior officer, build a good relationship with their assistant. Talk to them with respect. Ask about their problems. If you win over this gatekeeper, the door will open for you automatically. People often mistreat junior employees and wag their tails in front of the senior boss. This is the biggest mistake. That junior employee can whisper a negative thing about you in the boss's ear, and your game is over. So, take the side door entry. Use the support of those on the sidelines to climb up. Sixth principle, be mysterious. Don't be an open book. A book everyone can read gets thrown in the trash. Don't tell people all your plans, all your weaknesses, everything about you. When you speak less, people think more about you. What's going on in his mind? When you are at a party or in a meeting, don't narrate your entire life story. Leave a little suspense. When people speculate about you, your value increases. Things easily understood are boring. Things not easily understood are intriguing. Reduce your availability. Don't jump at every phone ring. Don't reply to every email in seconds. Let people wait for you, because the value of something waited for automatically increases. Seventh and final principle: act like a king to be treated like one. This is the game of confidence. How you enter a room determines how people treat you. If you enter with hunched shoulders, avoiding eye contact, scared, people will suppress you. But if you walk in as if you own the place, even if you don't have a penny in your pocket, people will notice you. Don't mistake this for fake it till you make it. This is called projecting power. There was a con man named Victor Lustig who famously sold the Eiffel Tower. He wasn't a government official, but his suit, his talk, his confidence was so immense that even big businessmen fell for his scam. I'm not telling you to become a con man. I'm just showing you the power of self-confidence. When you place a high value on yourself, the world is willing to pay that price. If you think of yourself as cheap, the world won't buy you even at a discount. So friends, what's the conclusion? Networking with powerful people, impressing them, is not a matter of luck. It is a science and art. This world is a huge marketplace. Everyone is selling something. Some sell their time, some their skill, some their soul. What are you selling and how are you selling it? That will determine your price. Be the hunter, not the prey. Stop complaining that rich people are arrogant or the system is bad. Understand the system and use it to your advantage. Machiavelli said, "The man who tries to be good all the time is bound to come to ruin among the great number who are not good." So be a little smart, a little diplomatic, a little wise, and have a little courage. This is the formula that will take you out of the crowd and put you on the stage. Now the decision is yours. Do you want to live that same old worn-out life, begging with an outstretched hand for a chance? Or do you want to adopt these principles and write your own destiny? Because in the end, history only remembers the victors. No one asks the victors what methods they used. Think about it. And next time you meet a big person, don't meet them as a fan. Meet them as a player.